Hello. It's kind of cold in here, so uh the guys are all got it, the air turned up and it's cold. So I cannot believe I sat down and realized I'm a real I guess you could say I'm a bad person for, not really. I should have looked into when you work into the workforce and you go, okay, let me look at some YouTube videos and get myself how to talk with a younger group or deal with the workforce and all the stuff so I don't step on any toes. And I did. I stepped on some toes and I really feel bad. I just, after having to go through so much money to just get um, senior psychopath to sign, now it's like I'm I really should have looked how I carry myself at work, and I didn't, and I feel really bad about that. I haven't been in a regular job. I'm talking outside the public, like to deal with the public for 32 years. Pretty much, when you're just a waitress and you just take care of people, it's a fast pace. You take care of them, you take care of everything, and you deal with all the people and this and that, and you go, wow, you don't realize that sometimes, how can I say this? I'm the Archie Bunker of Pahrump, without knowing what I'm doing, thinking that it's funny or and I don't realize I'm hurting someone's feelings. And really that's how, like, going, well, I I'll be honest, I have looked at videos now and said, oh boy, I don't know if I render anyone saying bad things about my siblings or my family, and I get someone mad. They don't know the whole story, and they probably don't want to hear it. So I'm just not going to bring any of that in, and I'm really sorry. Um, I was yeah, I got away with a lot, and now I feel like I'm turning into my dad, which he never apologized. He would I'm not going to do what my dad did and not apologize. I'm going to apologize. I've got to learn from, his mistake of not apologizing is losing friends. And when he got older, he didn't have a whole lot of friends. I mean, it wasn't because he really could have had a lot more friends. He just had to be a lot more. Yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry for other people's feelings over my own and being, hurtful in that sense. I had no idea. I really didn't. I'm just used to people telling me, oh, hey, watch it, because I come from a whole, stupid era where, it's like I almost say that, now I know how my old gynecologist who came from the 50s, how he treats women. And it's like how I'm treating other people is about the same amount with no respect and not realizing, living in my own world and not realizing that there is no respect going on. So I did not realize that I was doing that until I went home and I got warmed up and I went to bed and I'm sitting there listening to my friends, and it was through one of the episodes of Friends that I realized that I had did a I guess you can say, that one actor guy who was kind of oblivious. Well, I did you know, I did a bad thing and I didn't realize it until later, and I really feel bad. I don't want people to think that I'm just, going to go on with life and, do bad things. I don't know how to say this, but, I'm sure that, I would expect in some cases, to be fired. I'm sure the person who felt what I did, I deserve to be fired. And I'm sure that, you know, he could, it's up to him. I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings and make people feel bad, but it's just the way I did not realize it. No one sat there and pulled me aside. Hey, what you said was wrong. And sometimes, I guess it'd be like not realizing it until after the fact when you did something that was caveman, that was from the past, that was not fair to other people that I'm working with. So I didn't realize about that at all. And now I have, and I am sorry. I'm going to write an anonymous sorry letter. And, I don't know if it's going to, how it's going to turn out or what it's going to say, but, I really feel bad. I don't feel, proud of what I've done. So, I'm just, I have not realized that at all. You know, I did not think that, I did that. So here I am, not knowing until I went to bed, and I'm like seeing myself say these things, and I'm going, wow. It was what you call when you rewatch your shows and they're like mini seasons, and when you rewatch them and you go, it was cringe worthy, where you go, okay, that where you want to fast forward it. That's how I felt. I'm like, oh my god, it was really cringe worthy of what. And I feel so bad, and that's why I figured I'd go on here and say something, because of the fact that I just did not realize, how can I say, I did not realize everyone's sexual orientation and take that in consideration at all. And I really didn't. And I should have just like realized that there could have be. It doesn't matter if you know or not. It's just I should have taken in consideration if I knew or not, just to be on the GQ, just to be on the good points of people I work with. So that's where I stood on that. Uh, I didn't think that I would do any. But after seeing what I did, I really, stepped on a lot of toes. It was really cringeworthy, and I was really feeling bad. Then I thought, oh God, one of the people I work with wanted to do my eyebrows. No, I think I'll be fine. I can go and pay someone to do my eyebrows. I had someone mess up my hair, and probably it was the same thing. That I did something and pissed them off, and like a friend said, you don't mess with people's looks. So I don't know what I did. People, I guess it would be like, instead of, saying what you feel and stuff, a lot of people just keep it inside, not say anything. And then it's hard for someone like me who's been asleep for 32 years. I really have been asleep for 32 years. I got woken up when I started working with weed and when I wanted to make my life a little bit better. And I had to get an operation. And I still, and it's like a friend of mine said, um, It was never mentioned to me about being a dinosaur. I wish I was told the way I act and what actions I'm doing to foresee what I have done until it was too late. And then I upset some nice people who I, didn't want to, get angry at all. So, anyway, I'm really tired. I'm just wanted to say to everyone, I'm sorry. Uh, if you can accept my apology, I hope so. I really didn't want to go to sleep until I could say that I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I did not really, being that this cave woman is learning new tools, and it's a lot different when you haven't worked like outside the house for a long time. And maybe the reason why is because I was stepping on people's toes, could be, and not realizing it, not being told, So I'm really watching, how I present myself now and what not to say. People don't need to hear about my siblings. They need to have me sell, fireworks. They don't need that. So if you want to put a like, um, I I just realized that, and I'm really sorry. So, so I'm going to have some weed. Let's have some weed. There we go. So I had a pretty good day. Kept my mouth and watching the P's and Q's, and so a lot of times I have, always wondered, what was the reason for maybe someone not, you connect and then they find out who you are, and you're like, oh, there's a reason why, and maybe it's because I say archaic cave woman things that were popular when I was working in the 90s that now are considered inappropriate behavior. And I have come to a whole realization how bad I am on that, and I'm going to have to, work on a letter so I can, at least state, how I feel, because I might be, they might not want to keep me because of this. So I don't know what's going to happen. So let's do a tarot reading on my work. Let's do a tarot reading. Okay. Oh, I am not going to really put out what it is. I'm going to say if it's good or bad. Um, a lot of times it could be things like my dad said, things can change within, uh, nothing is written in stone and things can change quite quickly. So I understood, a lot of stuff. Sometimes I would do a reading and say, well, we're going to have a pop quiz and go to that class, and there would be no pop quiz. It wasn't 100% accurate because of that, because people do change their mind quite quickly and it can happen. So, go. All right. Okay. Um, it looks good. It looks good. I'm learning my lesson. It's lessons, God, write an anonymous, I'm sorry for being, oof, yeah, being bad. It's not funny. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I know what it's like to go home and go, God, they make fun of me all the time, or they don't know how I feel, and I get all upset. And a lot of times I didn't realize that I did something horrendous and bad. And maybe the reason why some people just didn't like me is because I'm a dinosaur, not realizing until after the flippin' fact. I mean, I don't want to sit there and cuss and stuff, I don't want to, but the my spiel is to get money if you want me to, give me money down there if you want me to quit swearing up here. So, that's my kind of shtick, you know. So I really like this. I think I'm gonna, talk about it. It's about new new stuff coming along. About me, learning how to be a good girl and not sit there and be how can I say an unhappy friend that pisses someone off. I didn't mean to piss people off, and I don't want people thinking that, I just look at people's weaknesses and make fun of them, because we all have weaknesses, and everyone has where somebody can make fun and joke, and it's not, meant, that way. So, you know, that's what I wanted. So. So anyway, I've now realized that because of the fact that it's like, wow, oh boy, it's not realizing that you're making fun of somebody and you're hurting their feelings, and then you're just not reciprocating in anything, and it's hard to go, okay, I gotta say I'm sorry. Um, oh God. So it's Friday, June 10th. 22. Whew. Yeah. So anyway, I just can't believe how I've been very insensitive in dealing with my divorce and just being me, and there's other people out there. I really I'm learning my lesson. Whew, boy. Like you can't believe. Oh, and lately my appetite just went down the blah crappa. Oh yeah. I barely made it to the bathroom yesterday. I was like trying, not trying. I was like in the near the dressing rooms. I'm like, hey, where's the bathroom? And she's like, oh, first open the door, So I went in the door, and I'm like, I hit the first stall that I could find. I ran to that stall and just like everything came up. Bleh! And I'm like, ah, crud. I don't know what I ate. I felt good afterwards. I'm like, woo, you know. I went and bought my stuff, went over to Del Taco and picked up that and tea, and I was like, yeah, good to go. And oh, French fries, and came here, talked on here. I was, you know, having a good time, and so I ate something that I've been eating a lot of spicy food, and I think that my stomach just isn't used to it, so it's just not doing so hot. And I after after that I went and bought on Amazon. I bought some throw up bags. I could just pull over and not worry about opening the door and go in the bags. I just couldn't find where my throw up bags were, so I ordered some because I think I only had a couple left. After years of you have to use them because what happens is the perforation gets old and then it's not too leak proof. So you got to change them up every so often. The paper bags were actually better because they were lined really well. I never had, yeah, I was one of those kids who threw up all the time. It's just, yeah, they were like a lined paper bag and they were better than the stuff that I buy that's plastic because plastic will get up eaten by the sun out here. Yeah. So I'm really sorry. I hope that, yeah. So I ordered some stuff. Just, you know, I don't do well with garlic for some reason. It's just not working with me. I don't know why. I hope that everyone's having a good time. I'm bundled up. So, yeah, garlic is not a thing that I want to mess with. I had some garlic. I a while back I would take garlic and chew it because I just love the taste of garlic. And I did that, and I had it in the car. And after chewing on it and driving home, I started feeling my stomach start feeling not too happy, and yeah. Then I pulled over and went to. I went over to the store, and I started when I walked. I felt better, and I'm looking at stuff and buying this, that, and whatnot. As I go to the back, I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I'm like, where's the bathroom? And I just run. I am so glad I didn't make a mess for somebody. I feel like this big, so I just didn't want to do something that bad. So I got sick and I left. I paid for my stuff and I went to Del Taco and I felt pretty good. I had some French fries and stuff, and I didn't get sick today. But boy, did I feel like I was getting close. I was like, oh God. And then I'm thinking, oh my, I'm just not going to have any more garlic. It's just not a good thing. It's not making, it's upsetting me. So I hope everyone's had a good day. Um, I'm going to go back to bed. I wanted to tell everyone how sorry I am. I have really learned my lesson. Um, I'm going to write a sorry note. Don't know if it's going to cause me to be terminated, but if it is, I'm not going to be surprised because of the fact that um, I had to pretty much meditate and realize what I did and how sorry I am. And it is a serious thing because I should be uplifting people and making them feel like they want to work with me, not run from me. And it just hurts my feelings that I'm hurting other people's feelings and not realizing it. That's the thing. It's like it doesn't matter if you got a high IQ, how stupid and how thick-headed, like, it's like, how thick can you be is what, Harry Potter would say, how thick can you be? Well, obviously, I'm really thick-headed and really stupid and really sorry. Please accept my apology for anyone who I have in the past, friends, people who I have known in the past that I have stepped on their feet. Yeah, I'm really learning that, a lot of the stuff that was popular and sayings in the 90s are not something that are to be repeated at a workplace, at least. So I'm learning that. And I'm really learning, to keep my mouth shut and then be on a positive mood. Uh, and yeah, my health is not the best, but I should stay away from garlic and I'll be okay. Unless something else is upsetting my stomach. But so far, I've narrowed it down to garlic. That's why when I smelt it at the last luncheon, it really made me feel sick. So, yeah, here's me, just oh God, how can I say this? The old timer with the foul mouth and the attitude that everyone's going to like what I say when it's not true. And I didn't realize that. I mean, I just thought that it was funny, and I never really realized that I was hurting other people. So sorry, I didn't realize it until I went to sleep, and I really asked myself, I asked my inner self, what did I do wrong? What is going on? So, yeah. So here's a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go to bed.